Going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nemesis Gaming League here as we are here for a special edition of Saturday Night Rocket League playoff style here as we have two of the most storied Prospect League franchises going at it head to head. I'm Rocker Man back in the booth joined by the one and only Chunk Light. Chunk, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. These teams got a lot of history, a lot of, I'd say, wins between them too, and it's just fitting that they would collide here in the playoffs in the first round. So one of these teams will end up being first rounded here tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate it has to end that way. You know, when you got two storied franchises who have been around since season one of Nemesis, going at it, a lot of playoff experience, a lot of postseason experience, and it's going to be an exciting one tonight for sure. I'm happy to be back in the booth once more, Chunk. But what can you tell us about these two teams, Vipers versus Origin, how they got here in the regular season to qualify for the playoffs?
So Origin started off bad. They started off 0-4, a little slow start. They pick up voakes off the waiver. Really good pickup. voakes, Nemesis veteran, very storied player, has gone undefeated. Had an undefeated season in novice, I believe. Went up to to Chally, and now he's in here in prospect and leading with AdTySo and Slays. Slays is really the mystery man on their team. I'd say he is I think he played early on in the Nem days, and he's kind of reappeared back on the scene. And then AdTySo has been around as well. But on the other side for Vipers, we've got Stawify, very storied player. Hypnotiic, also been prospect, and then Dangerous for Life, who I do not personally know a lot about, but I'm curious to see how he'll play here tonight, Rocker Man.
Yeah, it will be interesting. And, you know, we talked about the storied franchise. These franchises have actually faced off twice in the playoffs before this. All-time series tied at 1 apiece here as the Vipers are looking to start things off with the first goal, and they will find it.
Yeah, big pop out here. Slay's not getting the best touch, tries to get back to it. Dangerous for Life sets up Staw for a little ISO drill into the net, and AdTySo too far back in to save the shot, putting Vipers up 1-0.
Yeah, nice early start there for the Vipers, putting things on the right foot there. Able to get that one in the back of the net as Stawify going to the backboard. Slay's going to make a touch here and clear this one away, but a great start for the Vipers. You always want to put that first early pressure onto the net there. As this one, AdTySo going to take this one up, trying to stay with it. Going to find another touch towards the backboard, but Stawify is going to find that one, push it off to the side there. Clear it back out to the middle. voakes going to pop it up. AdTySo trying to take this one off the corner there. It's now Dangerous. Going to look to take some control. Can't quite find that second touch, though. It's Hypnotiic. It's going to bring it up to the side there. AdTySo going to find that block. Stawify looking to stay with it, but it's sent back down into the other end. As Hypnotiic is going to bang this one across the other side. A shot towards net. Slays is going to find that touch. Going to clear it away. AdTySo going to push it down and back in the zone here as Stawify takes control. Trying to find another touch. Going to be cleared out here. And right now, early on, the Vipers finding some pressure. Origin still only one shot to their name, but the Vipers have been kind of controlling things a little bit early on here, Chunk.
Yeah, Origin only had that shot while I was yapping at the beginning of the game. Within about the first 10 seconds, I'd say, off kickoff, they haven't been able to find anything. We've seen a lot of them in corner trying to get it past middle, but it just kind of fizzles out. The opportunities have not been there for them, and we see it happen again and again. They need to find a way to get a ball middle to someone who is waiting for a pass in order to score here. I feel like that is the recipe for success for Origin here.
Yes, this one was down in the middle, but it's going to be cleared a long way. It's just going to go off the post. Vipers trying to follow this one, another one up in the midfield, but going to be cleared away. A great opportunity. Now it Slays one-on-one with Hypnotiic. He's going to fling it off the backboard. Is there a follow? No, not quite. Dangerous with a nice clear in voakes. He's going to have to make that save. Going to push that one off to the side. The Slays is demoed. voakes going to clear it up high. Stawify pushing this one out, looking for Hypnotiic over the top of Slays. Back down in the midfield, and a big tug comes through from Stawify, and the Viper is going to go up 2-0.
Yeah, what a great 1-2 play. Hypnotiic sees Staw stay up, and AdTySo kind of seen stuck again. Too far in his net. Not really this time. He does get a 50, but Staw, too much momentum, too much power, and Staw will find his second to put them up 2 with half the game remaining.
Yeah, big start here for the Vipers. Able to put that one in as Slays can't quite get that touch. This one's sent back in towards the net. AdTySo with a nice touch. Able to push it away, but not too far out here as this one pops up. voakes gonna send it down, looking for Ad. This one's sent back in. Stawify gonna take control off the backboard, sending this one down in the midfield. Hypnotiic pushing it towards the corner. AdTySo gonna find that touch, looking to clear this one out. But still, the Vipers remain on the offensive push here. Slays gonna try to take control, gonna flick it by one, looking to stay with this one, looking for another one, but could be blocked off as voakes drops one down towards the net. Dangerous is gonna find that touch. Hypnotiic is up, shooting this one towards the net. Can Slays get back to it? No, he cannot. And the Vipers again catching Origin out.
Yeah, great pop from Dangerous right to Hypnotiic, who's waiting for the ball. Staw threatening, but he doesn't even need to do anything. Too much power from Hypnotiic, putting them up here 3-0. All goals have an assist, and it just seems like Vipers have been playing better as a team right now.
Yeah, they really do have that team chemistry here, and you can see it. Big reason why they've had some pretty solid regular season success in this season. And now they find themselves up 3-0 here in game number 1. Reminder, all these playoff matches are best of 7. Slays trying to get to that one. Dangerous gonna clear this one out to the side. Hypnotiic gonna find a 50 as this one's popped up. He pushed out to the midfield. Stawify, not quite what he was looking for. AdTySo gonna try to control it, try to set it down, try to push it towards the midfield, but instead it's gonna be Stawify picking up that boost, taking control. He's over the top of one. What does he have in the tank? It just Slays back. Gonna look for the dunk underneath, but not gonna be able to put that one on target, as that one is blocked off to the side. And now it's just under a minute remaining here in this one chunk, and Origin still need to try to find 3 goals or at least some momentum to head into game 2.
Yeah, it just seems like they've not had a whole lot of control. It seems like they've been on the back foot as another big dangerous shot comes out, but nothing there coming for Hot Vipers. They haven't been able to find offense. Just a second shot came now. They haven't been able to get anything with each other. They've been cut off. They've been stymied, but seems like they're heating up here now, Rockerman.
Yeah, they are starting to try to find some offense here in the final seconds. It might not change the result of this game, but maybe they can provide some momentum here. Is this one is going to be pushed towards the net, but Hypnotiic says, no, sir. That one's not finding its way in the back of the net yet. Viper's still looking for the shutout here in game number 1. As this ball pops up, Stawify going to clear it a long way, and that will touch the ground for a Vipers game 1 victory.
Yeah, a really impressive game. I felt like the Vipers got off on the right foot there. They played together as a team. They really, I felt like they were feeling out the tempo of the game, the first half of it, kind of seeing how Origin was going to respond, and Origin kind of disconnected. Not a lot of teamwork. Not able to really get around these passing plays from Vipers that we saw score on twice, and then the big clear counterattack. The counterattacks have been deadly, and the teamwork has also been deadly. Origin got to find a way to either disconnect the Vipers teamwork like we see happening to them, or they've got to find a way to get their own tempo going here. But they have been shut out for a lot, even shots-wise. They have not been able to find anything.
Yeah, no, Vipers leading the shot department 11-5 in that last game. They really had all the offense, and I think you're exactly right. They really found that chemistry. 3 goals, 3 assists in that last game. So the Vipers really working together well in that first game. And now, as we dive into game number 2, we'll see if Origin can bounce back, but it looks like it might be Vipers early on. voakes has to make a clutch last-second save there. As now voakes finds a touch. This one pushed off the corner. Slays sending that one down. Gonna find another one over the top, looking for a teammate. He's now trying to find a bump. AdTySo looking for the shot. And Origin are gonna find their first goal of the playoffs.
Yeah, first goal early on in game 2. Great play by Slays there, getting a pop out middle. No one really there for Vipers, giving AdTySo all the time he really needs to put it anywhere on the net, and he puts it perfectly bottom right to set up this Origin with their first shot of game 2 and their first goal of the series.
Yeah, finally able to start some offense there, and a great play by Origin there. Vipers now find themselves in an unfamiliar spot down in this game number 2. as Slay's going to send this one off the corner. Looking to stay with it, trying to find another touch off the backboard. Is there a follow? Here comes voakes looking for the shot there. Double commit forced out. But Viper's going to maintain control for a moment. Is dangerous. He's able to send that down. voakes now taking control. Going to find that 50 up in the midfield. Stawify coming through. Can't find the touch. Going to look for the bump instead. This one, a double commit comes through from the Vipers, but they'll maintain possession for a moment as that one is finally cleared out. AdTySo looking to find the fake. He gets it by 1. But dangerous is going to clear it. Slays pushing back here. Not a lot of boost. Going to pick up that corner. This one drops up off the wall. Dangerous ball. Slays is going to find that touch. Able to clear it away. As Stawify sends it back. Now this ball booming back down. voakes is going to find a 50, but that one trickles out to the midfield. AdTySo going to pop this one up high. Ball coming down. Stawify is going to take control here. As we're about a minute and a half gone in this game number 2 here, Chunk Origin, they found that early goal, and we haven't quite seen anyone find a second one, as this one is getting a little dangerous for dangerous, but he does make the touch, able to push it away, but Origin still holding on to that 1-goal lead.
Yeah, we've seen a whole lot of, I'd say, early pressure on passing plays coming from Vipers. They haven't been able to connect like they did. They've been pressured and been on their half, I'd say, where that they were all last game, and it's only been half the game here. Slays will get another one off the incredible pressure that they've kept. They have 5 shots already here, Rockerman, which was equal to the amount they had last game.
Yes, the pressure is really ramping up, and you mentioned Slays a little bit earlier, but he is a returning player from way back when in Nemesis. Season 3 and Season 4, he went back-to-back with that acceleration roster in the Novice League. Now trying to do something here in the Prospect League, Season 13. I'm going to find a big second goal for this Origin team. So look to tie the series up. Stawify going to try to leave it for dangerous instead. He's going to take it around, put it in the midfield, and the shot comes through. Hypnotiic sends it in off the pass from Stawify.
Yeah, great solo play here. He kind of fakes out dangerous, but everyone else fights for Origin. And Stawify waiting middle has an open net and able to put it away and find a quick counterattack.
Able to find that attack there and put it in the back of the net. And now the Vipers back within 1 here in this game number 2. As this ball popped up, Stawify can't quite find that touch. Dangerous now looking for a flick there, but Slays is going to be on top of it. This one sent up high. Hypnotiic again. Looking to send this one down towards the net. Stawify just waiting on the back line. He's going to send it across, but no one quite ready. Looks like Slay's got a demo on the backside. Now voakes up to find a block there. Hypnotiic off the wall. Can't quite reconnect as Slay sends it back in. Stawify able to get a touch out here. AdTySo going to grab that one off the ceiling as voakes jumps up. Going to push this one to the wall here. Slay's going to jump out for that one, but a big 50 in the midfield. As Slay's going to find another touch there. Able to send it down. Might be a big opportunity here. Slay's is going to get beat out there. This one sent back in. This one dropping down towards the net. voakes has got to make the touch. Able to push it away here. As we're down now to a minute and a half remaining here, Chunk. Vipers still find themselves only down by 1.
Yeah, they've seen a little bit more opportunities than they had in the first half of this game. Little cutoffs like that, kind of putting this Origin defense, giving them a run for their money. But we have seen great defense from voakes and AdTySo, who I would say are mainly the defenders, as dangerous will get a great pop off the backboard and puts it into the net with a just no boost left. Slay's not able to get down, and what a perfectly placed shot. You know, a great contribution here from Dangerous for Life to get this game tied on up.
Yeah, as this one might be another goal, but voakes is going to make the touch there. But yeah, it looks like Dangerous got a little bit of a bump on Slays on the backboard and allowed him to fall on that ball and put it in. And now the Vipers, after dropping down 2-0, going to battle back here, tie things up. voakes going to find a big dunk. The net is wide open. Slays, can he turn it down? Yes, he can. Off the dunk in Origin. Back out on top.
Yeah, Slays is the man you are looking for offense. If you are Origin, he is, I'd say, the most mechanical player here on this Origin team. He is that guy who's going to start these plays, going to either find a pass or get a great finish on shots. So he is the one you want to look for in offenses. He does have 2 goals and 1 assist this game, contributing on all the goals and getting that great little pop down redirect.
Yeah, people talk a lot about the voakes edition, but Slays has also been a great addition. This roster, you mentioned it, started 0-4 with a different roster, but added Slays and voakes and turned things around mid-season, and now boys find their first playoff game win. This one dropping down. Viper's not out of it yet, though. This one pops up high. Final 10 seconds of regulation. Ball dropping down. Slays gonna find a 50. It's dangerous. This one gets pushed in the corner. Bump attempt coming through off the backboard. Is there a follow? Big 50 coming up high. Do the Vipers have anything to put it in? They do not, and Origin gonna come through and tie this series up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, it was kind of looking dangerous for Origin. They started off hot in the first half of that game. Vipers kind of came clawing back, struck a couple times with great speed, and what we mainly saw from them in game 1 kind of worked again. The big bumps are also coming out is what has come alive, I'd say, for Vipers. They seem to be just going for a nuisance plays on that side of Origin, and Origin able to find the win here despite all the distractions they had on their own half.
Yeah, they survive and win that last game 3-2, tying this series up at 1 apiece in a very even game there. 8-7 in the shot department in favor of Vipers, 5-4 in the save department for Origin. All in all, a close game number 2. And now we head to this game number 3. And normally, Chuck, we look to game number 3 as a big pivot point of the series. It's still early on, but I would say this is still a very crucial game for both these teams to try to see some momentum in the series.
Yeah, it's not as important as it is in a best of 5 or if it was a 2-0 lead for either one of these teams, but it is still important to kind of get that edge, kind of get that lead on your opponent, being able to not be 1 away from match point, being able to really have a lead ahead. This is also kind of one of those feel-out games, but everything on from this point is do or die, and it will make it a lot easier if you are able to find a big win in this game 3.
Yeah, it would be huge here. Go up 2-1 in the series, snag some momentum in a couple close games here. Vipers obviously took control of that game number 1, but a close game number 2. And now whoever can win game number 3 put themselves in a good spot in the series. This one off the wall, dangerous. Gonna take control, trying to find another touch, and voakes barely is able to get up to it, but this ball sent back down. Slays, can he get to that one? He does. He's able to clear it away, but Vipers still lurking around in that midfield. AdTySo gonna drop this one down, trying to find a 50. The ball is going up. It's very awkward. It's dropping down. Voakes is gonna make the touch. This Vipers still trying to keep possession, but that one might have lost it there. It's AdTySo off the wall, trying to send it back in. This ball gonna be popped up. Slays gonna jump up for it. Gonna find that block. It's gonna ring off the corner. Voakes, can he get up to it? Yes, he can. He would have pushed that one away as we remain scoreless here in game number 3. But AdTySo trying to say not for long. As here comes Voakes looking for the shot, but he can't put it in. That one goes off the post. A good opportunity for Origin there, but they can't capitalize, Chunk.
Yeah, good little 2-on-1 fast break as Origin kind of tripping over themselves getting back to this. But Origin finding a little bit of momentum here again. They start off the game what seems to be hot. I'm curious to see if they can find a goal off this early momentum like they did in game 2, but so far it seems like Vipers have just found a response for everything they've thrown at them.
Yeah, the Vipers have done a great job as they pick up another save right there and pick up a big demo right here. It's gonna open up some space, but Slays comes out of nowhere to make that save, keeping this ball game at 0-0 as we approach the halfway point. Slays drops this one down. Voakes is looking for the pump, but somehow dangerous gets enough of a body on that one to push it away. The ball's still dangerous down here. Origin trying to turn up the pressure here. As this one sent back down, Slays gonna try to take it around 1. He does. Hypnotiic is gonna take control of the sidewall here, dropping this one down. Big demo in the net by Dangerous. This one off the backboard. Slays going in and out. He finds a touch, but the ball's still dangerous. Gonna be pushed away there. And Vipers cannot find their way through. Another couple of great opportunities for both squads here. This one is going right down in the middle, and it's going to be Voakes taking care of it himself.
Yeah, Voakes looked a little awkward off this, and he just kind of slammed off the wall, using his boost 2 feet off the ground and hurling the ball in. very low to the ground, but he gets it done and gets a big goal to set up Origin here in what has felt like a kind of stall out with 8 saves in this game total.
Yeah, and just breaking through there, you're exactly right. It feels massive with all the big saves we've seen in this game. Just to find one as Origin is looking for a second. This one could be very dangerous though. It's gonna go off a teammate all the way back in. Hypnotiic is gonna get credit and the Vipers tie it up.
Yeah, voakes pre-flip into the ball off the clear from Hypnotiic. Slayz just a little unexpecting that touch from that big 50, and unfortunately for Slayz, he will find himself letting in a big goal to tie up the series in what felt like has been all Origins so far in the last couple offensive possessions.
It was a big save gonna come out. Dangerous gonna pick up a savior medal as another shot comes through. Stawify gonna pick up a save of his own as voakes is trying to turn it back in. This one drops out in the midfield, gonna be banged a long way. voakes gonna take control. Off the corner, Dangerous. Off the back wall, voakes trying to get out to it. Gonna get over the top of one. Just Hypnotiic back there, voakes gonna push it by him. Can they find a shot on net? No, Dangerous. Some good defense. The Vipers really holding strong, but not a lot of boost there. This one dropping down. Dangerous ball out of the midfield. Shot attempt though. Gonna ring just off the wall there as Origin is swarming around this net, but the Vipers are gonna lock it down again. Some miss comes through. Hypnotiic with an opportunity. This one floating across, but AdTySo gonna clear it away. It's another big 50 in the midfield. Slayz gonna take control, taking this one up, looking for another touch. He's gonna find it, but Hypnotiic is gonna meet him at the summit there as AdTySo throws it off the backboard. Just Stawify back. He's gonna find that touch there. This one is gonna stay in their corners. We're down to the final 30 seconds of regulation here in this game number 3. We see our first overtime of this series. Origin trying to get it right here as the net is wide open. AdTySo is gonna chip that one in. A little sketchy, but they got the job done. And now up by 1 with 18 seconds left.
Yeah, it's been the story of this game with these these last final touches. A little sketchy, gets a little chip into the net, able to find enough power and find themselves with great open net opportunities that they've been able to capitalize. They've been able to put the ball in the net, which is the goal of this game here, Rockerman, and they've been able to capitalize, which we have not seen a whole lot of clean opportunities from the Vipers that we have seen from Origin.
Yeah, now they're trying to find one more, but that one is going to touch the ground, and Origin going to go up 2-1 in this series here at the very end. You know, squeaking out a win there. It got a little sketchy chunk, but Origin gets the job done, and now all eyes turn to this Viper squad to see what they can do if they're able to turn it back as we're going to look towards game number 4.
Yeah, some would say curious to see if drop the timeout, but they lost 2 in a row. Normally you do that if you lose 2 in a row, but it still is one game series and a pretty close game too. So it will be important to use their timeout. If they lose this next game, going down 3-1, they'll have to make that LeBron-esque comeback against Origin.
Hey, I mean, if there's any org to do it, it's got to be the Victory org with their storied history to make some comebacks. But we'll have to see. They are going up against this Origin team who was one of the hottest teams to end the regular season, finishing off the season 8-1 in their last 9 matches. So now they've got some more momentum in this one. We'll see if they're able to take a 3-1 series lead or if the Vipers can give us a tied 2-2 series. This one off the backboard, going to be popped up in the midfield. Hypnotiic sends it up high. voakes is going to meet him for that one, but it's going to be pushed back now as Dangerous. Looking for a touch, can't quite find it. AdTySo unable to find that touch of Slayz. Last man back there, going to find a touch, but Hypnotiic is looking for the shot. Can't quite put it on target as Slayz is going to be forced to clear this one away. And now Stawify sends this one back towards the net here, looking for another one. Trying to drop it down slow, looking for a teammate, but not quite ready for that one here. As Vipers looking like they're really trying to start this offense early here, Chunk, but just couldn't quite find the goal they needed.
Yeah, it seems like the last touch off that Stawify play was just not what he was looking for. I'm not sure if he thought a teammate was going to be there or if he wanted to do it all by himself, but they have showed an immense amount of pressure that we haven't seen from them really since game 1. but Origin has been able to slow down these attempts and keep them down to only one shot on net, which Origin also been able to find one shot of their own, but so far a little over a minute in and we've got ourselves a stall out of a game.
Yeah, both these teams looking for their opportunities here, knowing how crucial this game number 4 is. The series can either go 3-1 or we can go 2-2 here, depending on the result of this one. As AdTySo gonna send this one towards net. He's over the top looking for a 50, but Hypnotiic. Great defense to push that one away. His voakes unable to find that touch. This one will be sent down. Dangerous, pushing towards the net. Is it towards the goal? It is, but Slays with another in and out save. Gonna come through on that one. As AdTySo is gonna send that one off the backboard there. Gonna push this one off to the side here. 3 minutes remaining here in this game number 4. Stawify looking to make something happen in the air, but AdTySo is going to beat him out to it and catch the Vipers a little bit overcommitted on their offense here as Slays send this one towards the net. A demo. It's going to open up a little bit more space, and finding another one is Origin as they continue to rain these demos down on the pitch. It's AdTySo for the shot, and he is going to find it from the corner to the back of the net.
Yeah, big original demo on Stawify. We see a little rotation out from voakes, who just kind of catches him again. And Dangerous for life, too far into his net to save the power that AdTySo put on his shot. Who AdTySo, 1 goal, 3 shots, all of the offense really for Origin, but voakes and Slays have been able to put on some either pass attempts or some demos to keep some pressure, and everyone looks like they're contributing here for Origin.
Yeah, we talked about the Vipers really seem connected in that game number 1, and then since then it seems like Origin has been the one finding those connections. And the Vipers here got to tap back to it, or maybe a little bit of a solo play as Stawify almost finds a massive dunk through on the net here. Another shot attempt forces a double commit. Now maybe Vipers have got Origin a little bit disconnected as Stawify flip reset, gonna go underneath, try to take it towards the net, forcing another double commit from Origin. Can the Vipers capitalize? AdTySo can't find that touch. Voakes drops it out towards the midfield. Gonna have to dodge a demo. It's gonna be Slays losing his life instead there. This one gets 50 to cross. Voakes off the sidewall, looking to find another touch. Hypnotiic wins it out as Slays. He's gonna hit that one in the corner, dodge a demo. Vipers still on the attack there. A nice touch from Slays, but Dangerous is still there lurking. Slays gonna find another one, trying to push to the corner, but this Vipers team is still putting on the attack. Origin just can't find their way out right now. It seems like it's only a matter of time as this one's popped up. It's Hypnotiic, looking for the shot. It's off the crossbar though. It's not gonna find its way in. And finally Origin is gonna break out there and chug. That seemed like the Vipers' great chance there, but they couldn't quite seal the deal.
Yeah, they couldn't find any really good goal. The one they really had a chance for just rang off the top crossbar. Not able to find the goal that would tie up this game, and they're going to need to find something in this last minute. But so far, that defense from Origin has been pretty stout. As long as they don't get pressured or something unexpected happens, I feel like Origin's got a lot of momentum, a lot of opportunities going. As a big demo again will open up another offensive opportunity for AdTySo, who will put in his 2nd goal of the game. We've got 4 shots total on Origin. AdTySo, 4 shots, 2 goals. He is really the offensive catalyst, and the demos have just been flustering this Vipers team.
It's a crazy shot differential right now, and this one is the Vipers had 7 shots, but 0 goals to their name. The Origin holdings on strong. This one's towards the net. It's not going to find its way in. That would have been a big goal to seal this game. But instead, now it's headed the other way. Vipers, can they capitalize towards the net? Voakes, it's going to make a clutch save. As Vipers now maybe looking for their last opportunity in this game. Stawify looking for something. A demo comes through, pushing that one off the backboard. Is there a follow? Voakes, he pushes it off to the side. The ball rolls into the corner, and Origin are going to go up 3-1 here in this series.
Yeah, I'd say incredible defense here, and really off-ball play from Origin won them the game. The off-ball play caused demos, just disrupted the rotations of this Vipers team, really led to both their goals, and then Vipers just couldn't find the ball into the back of the net. just seemed like the solo plays weren't working. They really didn't connect with each other on any passes, any demo plays of their own, and just not able to disrupt the rhythm of this Origin defense.
Yeah, no, they haven't. And Origin able to lock down a couple of saves, ended up with 4 in that last one of the 9 shots, able to save it away. And the Vipers here, Chunk, it looks like they're opting not to use the tactical timeout, falling down to match point. Gonna have to pull back 3 straight games in order to win this series. And starting with this one in game number 5. And do you agree with this, Chunk, or would you have called a timeout to try to talk some strategy here?
I would say it really depends on the mental of the Vipers. The demos, we know they can get in people's heads, and it seemed to have worked great for Origin. They were all over their half, disrupting the defense. I personally would have taken a timeout there, just on a 3-game losing streak, kind of slipping away. But if they feel confident, I'd just go for it if I was them.
Yeah, no, definitely some confidence shown by the Vipers here, opting not to use a tactical timeout, but now their season is on the line. They're going to have to win 3 straight games if they're going to want to advance to the semifinals. Origin looking to close it out here with a 4th straight win after dropping game number 1. voakes sending this one up high towards the net. Dangerous. It's going to clear it off to the corner as AdTySo going to find a big bump there. Dangerous taking control on this one. Going to find a big flick over the top of one. Slays is going to find it out in the midfield. Slays is hunting for that bump. It's going to be voakes who's jumping up for this one. Slays trying to interrupt Stawify, looking for a bump there, but Hypnotiic may have caught this Origin offense a little too far up, but he can't put it in. Another opportunity where Vipers had a wide open net, couldn't convert here. They're still trying to push it through. This one might be their opportunity. Bump attempt, maybe no. Hypnotiic can't put it in. And that seems like the story of this last couple of games of the series, Chunk, is Vipers have these opportunities, they just can't finish.
Yeah, they had a really good one there. I think they just weren't really expecting the net to be that wide open. That I'd say is the first really open net that Origin has really led them up to, and not already expecting that. I don't blame them. I feel like they've got to capitalize at least on another opportunity here on offenses. They have been shut out by this defense that it seems when they're caught off guard, they rotate back so fast to the ball. Is another big save coming out from all the players getting involved on this Origin 1 yard line, it feels like.
Wow, another save at the very last second as Origin already surpassing their save total from last game. They've got 5 saves already from these Vipers shots. Now they're looking for a shot of their own, and it's AdTySo off the pass from voakes, and the defense eventually leads to some offense.
Yeah, voakes and Slays have really been just leaving AdTySo in these opportunities. He's been putting so much power on these shots and really good placement. Really, no one on Vipers have been able to find an answer to where he is putting the shots on, as they will have another good opportunity here. AdTySo tries to go for the double, but voakes just waiting for the rebound. A big bump coming there from Slays, just bullying Stawify in the net. Doesn't find the optimal position to save that ball, and Origin just seems like what they've been doing the last 4 games now, it feels like, has just been working so well against this Vipers team.
Yeah, it really has, and now the Vipers really down to their last breaths here, down by 2 goals, halfway left in this game number 5. Origin holds on. They'll win this series and move on to the semifinals. This one off the backboard. Is there another attempt there? A big demo from AdTySo, looking for a teammate to find the follow, but gonna be pitched away for the moment. As Slays takes this one to the ceiling. Gonna find that 50. Dangerous, trying to get it out. It's Dangerous now, sending this one, looking for Hypnotiic, trying to find that one, but voakes with a great block off the corner. Slays with a nice touch over the top. They might have a net to shoot at. Slays is hunting for that demo, but the Vipers gonna hold strong. But now can the counterattack? Could be their opportunity on the Origin over aggression. This one sent up high, but Slays is gonna be there first, and Origin just beating them to every ball here. The Vipers unable to sustain this offense here. This ball popped up. AdTySo taking control, looking to find something. He's gonna find a flick. He takes it around 2, and he's trying to seal this series.
Yeah, AdTySo has been the MVP here for this Origin team, especially on offense, just finds his way around what seems to be the entire Vipers defense. It just seems like the offense is just clicking. It seems like Vipers are panicking. They've got to settle down their nerves if they want to score the 3 goals that they need here.
Yeah, they're going to have to find something here. This is their season on the line. You got to go big here. Otherwise, you'll be heading home. As this one popped up, Stawify trying to make something happen. Sends it to the midfield, voakes. He's going to push it out. Slayz is waiting down there in the midfield. Going to be cut off by Hypnotiic. As double command comes through from Origin. Can the Vipers capitalize on this? voakes is going to send it up high to Slayz, who's dropping it down and dropping it in there. Another goal for Origin. And they are putting a dagger in the hearts of the Vipers.
Yeah, I feel like the demos have just absolutely stunned Vipers. It just seems like what they were missing in the first game. I didn't see a whole lot of demos, and after that, Vipers just not able to find a way to adjust to the great teamwork that they've been working. It's not just the demos that they've been playing with, it's the passes leading to a little 1v1 where the last offender just not able to put a hand up on the ball, and that's why they've been so dominant and why their defense has been also incredible here.
Yeah, the defense has really held strong for Origin here, and then they've turned it into offense, and the Vipers just hadn't found that teamwork like we saw in that game number 1. I mean, things are working so well for them in game 1. They were finding each other, keeping a lot of pressure. Origin stuck on the back foot, but ever since game number 2, that close game, it's been seemingly all Origin all the time. And now as the final 15 seconds come through, unless the Vipers find a miracle of all miracles, they're going to find one. Still need to find 3 more with 12 seconds left, but it looks like we'll have to see if Origin can hold on.
Yeah, the amount of demos that just kept ringing in this last minute is ridiculous, just kind of rubbing it in. It's going to be hard to find offense if you're just getting demoed constantly.
Yeah, now last breath here. Origin is going to send it down towards the net there. Slayz is going to find it clear as another demo comes through. Origin just pulling some bully ball out there as they are going to find another big playoff win here as the Vipers try to find one more for the road. But Origin with a massive win here, going to move on to the semifinals.
Yeah, as a little more demos I feel like could come out here. Someone might be able to drop an executioner now. Just an incredible game by Origin, able to really find momentum, and nothing was able to stop it for Vipers. I think that the timeout needed to come out maybe after game 3 or definitely after game 4, but I feel like nothing really, there was no answers for this big offensive flurry from Origin.
Yeah, no, they really just turned on the offense, and you mentioned the demos, 10-3 in the demo department. It was AdTySo leading the way with 6 demos for that Origin team, and they are going to go up and move on to the semifinals, waiting to take on the winner of our final matchup of the night coming on later, which is Rooks versus Faded. So I know Origin, that team will have all eyes on that one, and we will as well later on. But that is going to do it for us here in this first matchup. We are going to head to a little bit of a break here, but when we come back, we're going to be moving on to the Challenger League. We have another great matchup here with Race taking on Hellcats. The final spot in the Challenger League semifinals is up for grabs, so please stay stick around, and we will see you guys in a little bit.